everybody from a very windy central Newfoundland. It's been a while since I put out a video, but I did want to touch base with you just for a few minutes about this pandemic, this crisis that we are all facing together as a culture. And it is a bit of a crisis. We haven't seen anything like this in our lifetime. I wanted to really give a shout out to all of my fellow pastors and churches who are in the midst of this shutdown, as it were, are using such creative ways and are getting in front of the camera. I know for some of you it's not a comfortable thing. Certainly watching yourself on video is never comfortable. But you're doing it, you're getting out there, you're connecting with your congregations by all means necessary, trying different things, different approaches. Some of you are leading in prayers, singing, doing devotionals, even preaching a sermon, trying to live stream your worship. And hats off to all of you. It's really interesting and really exciting to see the variety of ways that we're trying to adapt to this. And if you're watching and you're in a congregation, I think part of our instinct in all of this is to be afraid. These types of things make us afraid, but of course we serve the God who came to earth as a human and regularly said one of Jesus' most common sayings was to say, don't be afraid. You just don't have to be afraid. Fear not. And I think that's good counsel for today. We really don't have to be afraid in the midst of this. Yes, it's challenging. And yes, some of the health implications for us and our loved ones are scary to be sure. But we still serve a sovereign God. And we take great comfort in that. And finally, I know there's a fair bit of worry out there about how the church is doing and may do in the long run. And I want to tell you from my perspective, I think these are great days for the church. You see, in history, God has often used times of great challenge, times of crisis, health or otherwise, theological challenges, political challenges, financial challenges, to push the church out of her comfort zone. So some of us in these weeks are doing things that we probably should have been doing for a while, but now we're kind of forced to. And so God is going to use this to push us out, to get us creative, to find new ways to connect, to get us online where, as you know, the younger generations live. And all of this in the long run is going to be good for us. And I recognize we are all looking forward to the time when we can gather back together in person, because there's certainly something special about that as we worship together. But in the meantime, we're going to learn new and creative ways of reaching out and being the church without being inside the church building. So to rephrase the announcement they used to make at the end of Elvis concerts, the church has left the building. And this is great. I think it's going to be an exciting time. So don't be afraid, but rejoice instead that in this time of uncertainty and challenge, God will use it and push us out of our comfort zones into new and creative things, and we'll be the much better off for it in the future.